Hello, this is my first voiceover video, so I'd appreciate if you treat it kindly. Hollow Knight has a lot of amazing characters, and they're pretty easy to make in 3D. This is why I wanted to create Sherma and share it with you. If you like it, please give it a like and subscribe. Let's start. Step 1. Model Hornet from scratch. Just kidding, I will only use her as a scale. Instead, I will use subdivided cubes for almost the whole character. To quickly add or change between subdivision levels, you can press Ctrl 1, Ctrl 2, Ctrl 3, etc. Okay, let's move away the lady and start working on Sherma. I use a circle for the hat and extrude it towards the center. I create a torus for the top of Sherma's hat. This torus is a bit thick, and make sure to give it enough faces so it doesn't look low poly. I want to give the hat some thickness, but I want the edges to be thinner. Vertex groups come in handy for this purpose. I later reference this vertex group inside the Solidify modifier. Ctrl X to set paint, and remove weight from the edges with the brush. Thicker parts are red and thinner parts are yellowish or greenish color. Subdivision in the middle. To create the mask, I reuse the topology of the head by selecting faces, duplicating them, and separating them with the shortcut P in edit mode. I apply the subdivision modifier and add another one on top. Almost all bugs in Hollow Knight have this kind of dents on their shell. For this, we can bevel two loops with shortcut Ctrl B, and then select the middle loops and scale them inwards using Alt S. The surface will look too smooth, so we can make those dents sharper by giving them edge crease using shortcut Shift E. Let's work on the legs. They're pretty simple and can be made out of simple cubes. All you have to do is add a sub D modifier and add a loop cut in the middle. Make sure to give the top part a little bit more thickness by scaling the words. Don't forget to add a mirror modifier at the end. Let's make the cape. Usually clothing looks too tricky to approach at first, but it's actually pretty simple. Again, we start with a cube, but this time delete the top and the bottom. Then add a loop cut in the middle and delete half of the mesh before adding a mirror modifier. The rule is not adding more geometry than we need. We are keeping it simple. I add a loop cut in the middle and make the top surface narrower. To make the shape rounder, I add another loop cut to the side. I have Loop Tools add-on installed, and it has presets for making smoother edge loops. I then elevate the bottom part and pull the words here and there to give it its final blockout shape. I add a sub D modifier, but do not apply it immediately. I still want to keep the topology simple and easy to manage. I add edge creases to the ends of the fabric to give it sharper corners. The body underneath keeps clipping through, so I bevel the middle loop. To keep the topology smooth and consistent, I always use proportional editing. Let's make the face mask. I give it a solidify modifier to give it some thickness. I delete the half again to make use of mirror, then I inset the faces to make the eye holes. Another sub-D modifier is placed on top of everything to keep it smooth on all angles. At this point we're done with most of the modeling. I try out some of the materials I created beforehand. Make sure to check out this tutorial on how to create this shader from scratch. Let's quickly finish the cape. Extrude the bottom faces one by one and tweak them a little to give Sherma's cloak an old and torn look. Let's add more edge creases to the vertical loops to define more geometry. Sometimes I like to switch to sculpt mode to smooth out the topology even though it is really low poly. I will go and bevel these loops to define folds, just like how we did the body. Some more material tweaking. I think the head was a little bit small, let's also change that. I will create the arms the same way I did the legs. I will go on and just copy them. Let's create the bells that he loves to sing with. Again, subdivided cubes will do just fine. The top part can be a separate mesh made out of another cube. Let's make the second bell. This one has a torus on top. More material tweaking. Sherma is almost done, so let's just pose him. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the video, but I want to say that I'm willing to create more content if I can build an audience for it. So if you're interested, you can support me by dropping a like and subscribing.